All right, next step. Next step is we're gonna put the C2F MUAs back on, and we're gonna put temp copings on them and connect them. Now, I think with his patient Emerito just got sent over. Good, okay. With lab techs, they'll probably go they'll go chairside, they'll bring parts with them, or they'll cut down the doctor's parts for them. But for the most part, we'll sell or provide the full assembly with cut down cylinders. It's totally up to you if you use our cylinders or your cylinders. But we can sell them as a package, and we will cut them down to about, depending on, the Mega Gen ones don't really have lines on them, but we take about 4 millimeters off the length. And then we send them with a gold screw and with a block out pin, and that's the assembly. And we send it with a drill, and we send it with the models. But you're welcome to cut down your own temp copings. Just don't cut them too short, because you don't want them to not be retentive inside the prosthetic.
You're thinking about 4 millimeters?
Yeah, about 4 millimeters. Yeah, you'll see what they look like when we put them on the model here. See how short they are?
Oh, yeah.
About half. All right, again, gold screws only.
Were those 5-0 screws? Yeah. Or is it specific to the implant?
No, well, as long as the MUA is Nobel compatible,
Okay.
then, well, for us, you're going to use gold screws anyway,
Okay.
right? But you're going to use OEM parts in the mouth and then the gold screws back in the model. Yeah, and the interesting thing about the whole world of compatibility, there are a lot of systems out there, as you know, are compatible with Nobel, but there's other ones that claim that they're not, but they are. You just have to use the OEM screw in the mouth. So in other words, you find a system like Straumann, for instance, that a Nobel part will fit on the head, but you cannot use the Nobel screw. You have to use the Straumann screw.
I see.
And we want doctors to use OEM parts, especially in the mouth. Yeah, you don't necessarily have to use them on this portion here, as far as the temp copings go. But in the mouth, you want to use OEM. What's another one? Nobel compatible with the screw. Keystone. Toman is, yep. So that, Toman temp coping, Toman parts will fit on a multi-unit abutment. Nobel compatible parts will fit on Toman, but the screw won't. You have to use their screw. MIS, you have to use their screw. Oh, wait.
The hole in the top of the coping.
It's different. Yeah, it's not a perfect thing. I think you can make it work, but you really need to use MIS parts. And we'll be expanding the library of C2F for some of these systems that don't work, like Zimmer, no. Implant Direct, nope. 5 or 6 others where you have to have a special head on a C2F in order to make it work. On the webpage, the /C2F on our website, we have a list of implants. I'm pretty sure, if not, I'll have them there on Monday. But before you order it, make sure that it's in the list, in the compatibility list. There's a bunch of implants, just make sure it is. If you're using Implant Direct, it's not. They have a completely different shape on their MUA head. All right. So whoever cut down these temp copings did a really nice job. Here's the tricky part. This is that that we learned, the way to do this is, again, it's gravity. So what we want to do now is we need to fill these wells with material and lute them to the temp copings. So we made lingual ports. All right, we made lingual ports for injection on each site. All right, they go all the way through. But what you don't want to do is inject so that gravity takes it down towards the model. You have to inject so gravity takes the material into the well. So we're going to inject this way, and I'm gonna tip the camera up a little bit. You'll see yourselves, but I'll show you exactly how we do it. This was some fun trial and error.
You have to block out the holes that you made?
And you gotta block out the holes. He is clearly not AJ. Okay, how we block out, how do you block out the holes? You use these special little block out plugs that we made. One for each site. Here, okay, one for each site, and they fit pretty intimately in the hole. Let's hope they don't drop out. The distal ones are a little bit shallow. And I think what I'll do, I already foresee these falling out. So I might do a couple at a time, but let's see what happens. Okay, going to gotta hold the prosthetic down too while you're doing this. So we're gonna tack in the ones that are holding on to the blockouts. Those three, and then we'll screw it down, make it a little bit easier. Okay, so watch when I inject. You'll see, hopefully you'll be able to see. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit here. Let me take a second and zoom in. All right, we're just gonna do the two on the very end here. All right, so we're gonna put it in, and as soon as you can see it start to fill the well, we'll stop. So make sure we don't lock it in and tack it to the model. So be sure to put the tip in. Are we in focus here? All right, see, can you see it? It kind of rises up there, it kind of filled the well. And then I'm gonna come over to this side and fill this one. Yeah, that's okay. We're not, thanks, James. What we'll do is, we're gonna hold it down. Right, okay, so I'm gonna hit it with a light, just on those two sites. Okay, so now it's down. So now it's down on the model, and it's also cemented to these two. Okay, so let's go to next one. Let's do those three. I think you can see it. just start to rise up in the well right there, and then you just stop. You don't want to overdo it because it'll lock it in. Shouldn't have cured.
So this actually happens a lot. When you guys have your overhead lights on, just watch out since this is dual cure. If
Oh,
you go
there we
slow,
go.
it'll start curing the syringe.
Yeah, right. Right. That's why we turned the lights down in here. Okay. Sure we did. Thanks. No laughing over there.
You'll be laughing at me.
I think there's just one more. One more. Right here, the very distal one. Thanks, Chris. Okay, one more. Okay, all we really have to do is tack this in, and we're done with this part of it. And then we can remove the prosthetic. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay, now we'll remove the prosthetic. Oh, let me change this. Ah, I got material in one of the holes, see?
That back one.
Now number 8 area.
8.
Yeah, so that's too bad. So I'm gonna have to drill that out now. Dang it. Okay, see it right here? Right there. So now what do? Now I gotta drill it out. Now, fortunately,
You just go from the top.
yeah, you just go from the top, and fortunately, this is fortunately you're only going down to the temp coping. It's not like you're hitting a screw head or anything. So you just open it up until you can see the screw head. And maybe clean out a little bit with PerioPro. Hear the metal. Voila.